Hello everyone, welcome to the 22nd week of Couch to Clutch. Today I'm in my car because there's a reason for that. I'll tell you in some time. But let's go back to the last week. So the last week I don't have anything to share today as a screen. But last week I got back to action. Sunil was here in Hyderabad and we went to Gachibowli Stadium on the practice track to get some warm up and then some runs, and I was excited to do a sprint that he suggested that everyone should do. It was a 50-meter sprint and then 50 meters jog and then 50-meter sprint, 4 of the sprints. The first sprint I just sprinted like crazy because it felt like people were really geared up to compete with each other. So I took it little hard in the first interval, 50 meters, and I was going like 24 kilometers per hour, 2.5 minutes per kilometer. I didn't know I had it in me. So, but when there is competition, it seems like you can really get riled up. Power was around 600 watts. I didn't know I have that amount of running power either. But yeah, on the track it's a different beast, I think, because I've been running mostly on trails, and on track it's so much better. So I went back 2 days later to do my 105 intervals, and that turned out really well. It was all under 450, around 450, and the last interval was 422. So the next time I think I'll do a 430ish, all of the 10 intervals. So yeah, it turned out pretty well. Then I did some cycling sessions as well. Sunil was here just because he's participating in Comrades. So Comrades marathon it's a pretty brutal one in South Africa. 87 kilometers, 1900 meters elevation or something like that. It's pretty brutal. And he did it last year in 9 hours 11 minutes. This time I think he's targeting 8 hours. So yeah, I'm not sure how that ended yesterday, because there was a little incident that happened at my home that is why I ended up here. So basically what happened was my daughter fell from her toy scooter that she keeps on running around with. From an age of 3 she has been doing it. Now she's 5, but yesterday I was in the gym doing some exercise, and she came along with me in the gym, and then she said she has to go to the toilet. So I said, okay, I'll follow you, go ahead. So she went out, usually like on the scooters little scooter that she has. All of a sudden I get a call from someone and they say, your daughter has broken her bones. I said, what? So I go downstairs and I see her hand completely bent. The forearm, she's a left-handed person, so her forearm was completely bent. I was like, what the hell is that? Like, I haven't seen that kind of a thing. I've seen those things in videos, not in real life, and it just scared me. But I said, okay, be calm, let's take her to a doctor, let's call her mother. So I called her mother, and she came along, and she was about to faint. I think that was the condition. So we took her to a doctor. They did an x-ray and it was pretty bad. Both of her bones in the forearm was broken, completely broken, like snapped in two. So 2 places, 2 broken bones. I was like, oh my god, can we just see if this is not nerve damage or you know veins damage, because that would be even worse than the bones. But she was able to do this and have sensation on her fingers. So yeah, it was not that bad. It's just 2 broken bones. And today she's going through a surgery, and now she's sleeping after the surgery. The surgery is completed successfully. So yeah, that's a relief. That's why I'm recording the video now, because she's sleeping now with her mother, and I'm just here to have some lunch. So for the next couple of days, I think I'll not be able to shoot or anything. I'll be busy. So I thought, why not take this opportunity to just shoot the video and give some updates of this week, which I had committed towards when I started this series. Alright, difficult condition sometimes, yes. She has to use her non-dominant hand. She's a left-handed person, so her left hand got shattered now. For the next 6 months or so, there will be a couple of titanium rods inside that they have planted and to straighten the arm, and that will be there for 6 months. So she might not be able to use her left arm as much. There's a little silver lining that's she might start to use her right hand, and that might make her more ambidextrous. So that's the only silver lining here, I guess. But yeah, emotionally I think I was much calmer. I would have panicked or before I started this whole, basically a few years back when I was very obese, unhealthy, I would have not been so calm and responsible, I would say. Handle everything smoothly. Things went really smooth, I think, with the hospital and everything. They got done really fast. We took very fast decisions, the right decisions. We took her to a hospital, but they said, we have to wait for a diagnosis till the morning. I said, no, we have to take a decision now to discharge her and go for another hospital where the treatment was guaranteed right now. And that happened with another hospital, and they took really fast action for it. So yeah, I think decision making, emotional resilience, regulation, all of that. I'll tell you a story. A few years ago, I was 2020, to be very frank. I think I showed the photographs as well. I was very obese, 36% body weight, body fat, 103 kilos. Very unhealthy, far removed from anything that resembled any athlete. Forget about athlete, any normal person even. And metabolic syndrome, arthritis, hormonal imbalance, chronic inflammation, you name it. It was everything. Nothing was right on that report. And I went to the doctor just because I had a gastritis ulcer, and the blood report just came up, and I was really afraid to see the blood report because I knew what was coming. The kind of blood report where almost nothing looks normal. Other than sugar, I think nothing was normal. So I still remember sitting across the doctor, asking her one question, that I was really worried, is this reversible? I think I was worried because of yesterday, because of the same thing. I thought, what if this is not reversible? Right? What if this has snapped beyond repair? But then we had to take really fast decision on that. So I think I took the same question to that person, Rupa Ganguly. I think she was an excellent doctor I think she is in care right now, but she was in AIG before. And I asked her if this is reversible, or have I wasted my life already. She did not reply immediately to that question. Instead, she asked another question that would change everything for me. She asked, how did you get here? In the last 8 years, how did you get here? And the question That was the question that sent me on a very deep journey. She did ask that where is this stress coming from, and the journey was far deeper than fitness itself, because I started to read books, look into videos, experimented with diets, fat diets, keto diet, paleo diet, you name it. Then I started to see fasting effects, good effects of fasting, and then I started to do spiritual practice, meditation, you name it. And I really try to understand what causes this, like stress, habits, motivation, why people slowly drift away from themselves because of work, because of other things, internal stuff, I don't know. And somewhere along the way I discovered that, something that I had loved as a child, and that was my cycle. So at the age of 36, 37, then I started to train seriously for cycling in 2024 of October, and that's when things started to look really bright after a point of time. So for a lot of people, I think cycling or fitness or any kind of activity, they see it just as a fitness journey. I don't really see it like that. For me, endurance sports like running, cycling, this is more than that. I think it's a rebellion against the inner old man, not the one with wrinkles or gray hair. I think there is a inner old man in everyone who whispers that you missed your chance. Be realistic, stay comfortable, don't take any risks, just maintain what you have. But you know what? Every ride is a refusal to that. Every run is a refusal to that. Is a refusal to listen. I think my daughter also took some chances, refusal. She is also refusing to listen. Now she is in this condition. So there are risks when you are refusing to listen. Risk takers always, it's called a risk just because inherently it is risky, isn't it? But you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything else, because when you refuse to listen to that old man, when you wake up every early morning, it becomes an act of rebellion. Every climb is an act of rebellion. And when I choose effort over comfort, growth over certainty, and possibility over resignation, I'm not just fighting age, I'm just fighting surrender. The body will age. That part is inevitable. No one can. Brian Johnson can say all he wants about immortality and stuff, but there is no stopping the old age. It is inevitable. The body will age. But your curiosity and your adventure or sense of your spirit does not have to. I like that about my kid as well. She has that spirit. I don't want her to get afraid of this little incident that she broke her bones and all of that. No, it's fine. It's what you signed up for. When you were exploring at an early age. But somewhere down the line, I think people get scared a little bit of that adventure. They're not curious anymore. What will happen when I do this or the other? You might, because you know that you'll fall and break your bones, right? At some point, if you're reckless. But there is a willingness to learn and fail and explore and grow as well in that. That doesn't have to go away. You can take calculated risks, probably. Why this is important? Because I've met so many people in the 20s who were already old. I have been one of those. I was already old, already comfortable playing games all day, not taking any risks. But that was the riskiest part, I think. And they are always certain that they have seen it all virtually. Convinced that there was nothing else to discover because played. I think, yeah, they've seen it played out. They have access to unlimited information, but information does not mean knowledge or experience, for that matter. And then there are the other people, the athletes who are in their 70s, even 80s, who are running marathons right now, and I've just met, along with Sunil, there was one person, Hariharan sir. He's probably 70 or 80, I don't know. He's still studying. He just completed his MSc in psychology. He's studying something else. He's running marathons. There are those people as well. I have my uncle who is willing to do all that. Even now, he has his friends who were like that, 60 plus. So yeah, I've seen those kind of people as well, I would say. And they are still excited about tomorrow. The difference was whether they have let the old man in or not. It's not about the biological age. Cycling, running, endurance sports actually reminds me every day that there is still more to learn, more to discover, and more potential to uncover. The goal is not really to stay young, it is to stay alive. You cannot stay alive biologically forever, but in spirit, till the day you die, you could still be alive in your spirit. I think there was this famous quote that they have in Interstellar as well. And the quote was written by, I think it's a poem, but the poem is usually quoted. The poem is from Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into the good night. Old age should burn and rave at the close of day. Rage against the dying of light. So every day you wake up, we have a choice. As Clint Eastwood would say, to give up on possibility or to not let the old man in. The choice is yours to take. This is Rajat. I'll meet you next week.